Have you ever woken up and feel like a complete stranger in your life? Like the version of you that you remember is somewhere in the past, and you're not sure how to get them back? Well, you're not broken, you're just disconnected. And here's how we start finding you again. I want to discuss firstly about the signs of losing yourself, and these are the things that I've gone through myself. There's typically a subtle drift in things. It's something you rarely notice in the moment because losing touch with yourself is often a gradual process, and that's why so many of us miss it. It's not always caused by one big event, rather it's caused by small things building up over time, such as stress or distractions. Have you ever gotten in from work and loaded up a game that you used to love, and get off after half an hour? Well, that's a sign that you're disconnected. I used to always get this. Being disconnected means you'll feel flat or indifferent about things you used to love. The job I had before I made the switch constantly drained me mentally and physically, and when I got home I'd have no capacity to do anything like I used to. But it took me so long to really recognize this, because I thought it was just how things were once I grew up. You'll also struggle to recognize a person in your own routines, decisions or reactions. I've had it loads of times where I've woken up in the morning for work and my body just does everything for me. I get out of bed, I go make breakfast without even thinking about it. And I just don't feel like I'm truly living. When you're in this state, life feels like you're on autopilot rather than consciously living it. It's so hard to recognize this, but once we do, the best thing to do is to switch things up. Step outside of your routine, get a break off of work and go somewhere nice. If you add a little bit of spontaneousness into your routines, this can help too. Just something different to make each day feel different. I think due to this burnout that we get, our identity gets blurred. When your energy is constantly drained, your brain shifts into a sort of survival mode. It prioritizes keeping you ticking rather than leaving room for hobbies, creativity and self-expression. When you're burnt out, the first things to go to should be these, but often you can't because you just don't have the energy for it. And this is exactly what I had. Burnout makes it so hard to make the difference between this is just a rough patch and this is who I am now. I think this mainly happens when we're stuck doing something in life that we don't like, but the truth is in life we can often make a change about this, like getting a new job. If you feel the sort of way where you feel like this is just who I am now, then that's a sign that you need to make a change, and that's exactly what I did. And since I've started my new job and made that change, I've never felt better, like I'm back to my old self now. I truly believe overcommitment plays a big role in feeling disconnected too. It's nice to be a yes man and to always be available for people, but taking on too much leaves little room for your self-reflection, and it's so important for you to have this time, just so you can be in your own headspace for a little bit each day. Taking on too much becomes an issue when you start living for other people's needs, goals and timelines instead of your own. You start to lose track of your own goals as they fade further and further away, and once you've lost those you lose a part of your identity. This doesn't mean that we can't ever get our own goals back or help others. It just means that we've got to start thinking about when to say yes and when to say no, and always making sure to put yourself first in these choices, because this will shift positively in your way. Through the video I've given a few solutions to challenges that we're facing, but if you don't feel confident enough yet to make big changes, then you should start with small, low pressure activities. Start with things that you used to enjoy even if they feel off at first. Reconnect your body through like exercise and going out for runs. This gets you outside of some fresh air, and honestly when I do it I feel great. I've discussed this in my other videos, but start a journal or a voice note journal to discuss what's been draining you and what's missing in your life. Just get it down on some paper. Journaling is something I always used to do when I was going through this. And sometimes it's just about allowing your identity to evolve. Sometimes not feeling like yourself isn't about going back, it's about discovering a new version of yourself. Give yourself permission to grow in ways that might surprise you. And patience is so important to remember while doing this. You can't rush the process of reconnecting with yourself. Consistency and small habits beat sudden life overhauls, trust me on that one. So all in all, you don't have to force yourself to go back to who you used to be. Instead, think of this as a way of meeting yourself again. Slowly, gently and with patience, ease yourself into it. Because the person you're becoming might just feel even more like you than the one you're missing. If you guys have been struggling with something like this, then let me know down below in the comments some of you still are. And if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. It's been Jxey, guys. Stay awesome.